Here we go, guys. Episode 8. We've got another special guest today. I can't wait to get into this one. This is going to be a very, very important episode. So, guys, tune in. I'm going to learn a lot today. Today, joining us, Deng, Mr. Deng. First name, Daniel Kobe Deng. So, thank you for joining, man. How are you?
I'm good, bro. Good to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. How you feeling? You feeling all right?
I got a little butterflies here and there, but I'm good.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to get into this. This is going to be exciting because we're going to talk a lot about important topics. We're going to talk about, what's happening in the youth now, why there's so much just violence, so much miscommunication, so much misunderstanding, just so much problems right now. And it feels like it's just happened in the past decade. So we're going to get to the bottom of it and try to figure out why that's happening, how we can prevent it, and what we can do as the first generation, and how we can help these kids. But before we do that, Daniel, let's take it all the way back.
Yeah.
Where were you born? When were you born? And how was that?
Well, I was born in South Sudan, the year of 96. Originally from Jonglei State. I'm Dinka Bor, for those that don't know. Because I get mistaken for a different tribe sometimes, but that's who I am.
What's tribe you get mistaken for?
A lot of them, due to my behaviors or somewhat.
Yeah.
So, sometimes they say I'm Nuer, I'm Bor, or I'm a Will, I'm a Gar. I don't know. I'm South Sudanese though.
Yeah. As long as you're there.
As long as I'm South Sudanese, you can mistake me for whatever.
Because I know there's like up 60 plus different tribes just in South Sudan, right?
We got so many.
Yeah. So what's the tribe you're from again?
Dinka Bor.
Okay. So you were born there. How was that? How was being born in South Sudan, and when did you move off?
Being born in South Sudan is one of the greatest blessings in the world because you experience everything.
Yeah.
Like as a young child, just growing up from home with a lot of different siblings, a lot of different guardians, because your parent is your parent, right?
Yeah.
But you have guardians and a lot of other parents that look after you as well. So you're really raised by the community.
Yeah.
So that child that is being raised by the community will flourish. So, but I guess it's a very good experience. And I couldn't change it for anything else.
For sure. Yeah. You moved, because I moved from South Sudan to Egypt when I was 3 years old. You moved to Uganda, or you went to Uganda when you were the same age?
Yeah, roughly around the same age when I was 3.
Yeah.
So, my parents, they were there in South Sudan, raised me with my great parents, my grandparents. So just being able to learn everything at such a young age and just move over from at the age of 3 was amazing. And basically went to Uganda at the age of 3 turning 4.
Yeah.
And I remember just a little bit, but not too much.
Yeah. And we talked about before, it's pretty fascinating why, I didn't even know myself, because it's so common that people move at that age, around 3, 4. It's so common, right? And what's the reason why people decide to take the kids around that age?
Because they've started developing, they've started walking.
Yeah.
They can control them a little bit more.
Yeah.
They don't watch over them too much, because now they're a little bit more free. So I think that's the magic number where they're able to transition over to another country or another lifestyle.
Yeah. And the walking, because there's going to be a lot of walking involved, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. So you get to Uganda at the age of 3 turning 4. How was it? Do you remember much from Uganda?
Yeah. That's where I went, did my first schooling.
Okay.
So I went to primary school and kinder over there.
Yeah.
So I started learning the language, learning the alphabets and, numbers and so on. And
was there a lot of South Sudanese kids there?
There was a few.
Yeah.
There was a few South Sudanese kids definitely in Uganda, but not too many.
Yeah.
Within the council.
What was your vibe in the primary school there? Were you the naughty kid? Were you the cheeky kid? Were you the class clown? What was your vibes?
I mean, I was all three. You know, at a certain point in time, you could be all three.
Yeah, yeah. Give it on a good day.
Of course, on a good day for sure. But I was definitely the cheeky kid.
Yeah.
Because I've always had this humor with me. Being out there, being a class clown is a blessing as well.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you get to learn so much.
And you get to make everyone laugh.
You get to make everybody laugh. And you sort of like you undermine all the seriousness through humor.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's the part that that really like resonates with myself.
Yeah. I love that. So what language did you learn there? Because in South Sudan, there's Dinka, and then there's probably a lot different language, like dialects and all that. So what language were they speaking in Uganda?
In Uganda, they were speaking Luganda and Kiswahili and Acholi and a lot more other different dialects.
Yeah.
Because just like South Sudan has many different languages and dialects as well, so does Uganda.
Yeah.
So that was the language, Luganda.
So it's just like Uganda with an L.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta add the L into it,
Yeah. Can you speak Swahili?
Nah, I used to, but not anymore.
Yeah. Were they teaching that as well, or was it?
It was actually a language in primary school. You had to take it as an elective.
Oh, okay.
So that's how I learned it.
Yeah. They don't speak Swahili at all in Sudan, right? Because I never heard about it until I came here.
Some migrants do, like those elders that have gone over to Kenya and come back home, they pick it up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they speak it here and there, but I don't think it's one of. I could be wrong though. It's one of the major languages.
That's in where? In Kenya, right?
In Kenya, in Uganda, mainly like around the East Coast.
Yeah. Yeah, right. So when did you move from Uganda?
I moved in '07, like, to Australia.
Yeah.
So I spent most of my primary school over there. Then I migrated over here in '07. Like, funny thing is, I actually came here on Valentine's Day, man. Yeah, it was the worst day too. Yeah.
What was it? The worst day? Was it just everyone just out or whatever?
Yeah, I just seeing everybody like making moves, trying to impress their girlfriends. Everybody was just plotting, buying flowers and things like that.
Do you know what time you arrived?
Midnight.
It's
like, it might have been like 12 or 1 or something.
Yeah. Do you remember your plane right here?
Yeah, it was traumatic, bro.
Was it?
'Cause I never seen so many kawajat ever, in my life. So as soon as we left Uganda, we got to Dubai, go to Singapore.
Yeah.
And then when we land, I mean, in Dubai, I saw different ethnicities.
Yeah.
And then
And a lot of people wear jalabiyas there.
Yeah, of course. I thought I was in Khartoum again.
Yeah. Khartoum's where I was born.
Yeah.
There's a lot of jalabiyas there. But so you went to Dubai and you saw a lot of jalabiyas and you were like, okay, I could get used to this.
I could get used to it, of course. That's the dress code back home, so why not? Nothing new.
Yeah. So you landed here instead, and what did you see first? You saw a lot of kawajats, which is white people in Dinka.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I was shook, man. I was like, yo, who are these people?
Yeah.
But then, we learn to work with them. We learn more about their culture.
Yeah.
And basically, like, first few months, you adjust.
Yeah.
Yes, it's all about that transition, learning the language, going to school, doing the day-to-day stuff. And then eventually you get accustomed to the lifestyle, and then eventually you're Australian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that. Before you get accustomed to it, did you try Vegemite?
Nah, man. No way. Till this day, man.
Did you not fall into the trap?
Nah. They tried.
Did they?
They tried a lot.
I believe 97% of all Sudanese people who came here to Australia saw Vegemite and thought that was chocolate.
Of course. No cap, I thought it was chocolate too. But I never tried it.
I don't think I've had it since. I probably had it, but like by force.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They tried to give it to me as like a present.
Yeah.
Like, but I saw the logo on it, I was like, nah, not this.
Oh, man. So you did your primary school in Uganda, and then you came here and did a bit of your primary school and then high school, or was it straight to high school when you got here?
Straight to high school. So I went to language school for like a month.
Yeah.
Like, I aced it, man. It
Was it fun?
easy. It was fun, but like,
Yeah.
they were not teaching me something like I didn't already know.
Yeah, yeah.
They were teaching me like English and so on, but I already knew how to speak the language.
Is it because Uganda is a bit more developed that they were speaking English as well?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like like majority of the East Coast is like developed and they educate in English.
Oh, okay.
So you wouldn't speak any other language apart from English when you're at school.
Oh.
So that's how like they kind of like force you to learn it quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I learned that over there. Came over here like in 2007. Got into like language school for like a month, right?
Yeah.
And then it was just easy. Like, you know, I was acing every class.
What were they teaching you there? Because I don't remember mine. But because I didn't know a word of English.
Yeah.
Because I came straight from Egypt and we just spoke Arabic there. That was the main
Yeah.
language. So when I came here, I was fresh.
Yeah. They were teaching like alphabets and like saying, you know, like little words here and there.
Yeah.
But if you already knew like your alphabets and your ability to speak and
Yeah.
basically like say the simple stuff and communicate,
Yeah.
then you were good. And then others were really having like a tough time.
Yeah.
So they had to stay there longer.
Yeah. So you finished that after a month, and then you get to high school. How was high school? I'm assuming it would have been a big change as well because a lot of
Yeah.
teenagers. There's teenagers there.
Mhm.
You know, being you know from an African background.
Yeah.
How was it? How did you deal with it? How was it? How was your experience there?
It was a big jump, you know.
Yeah.
Like like waking up, getting used to the schedule. First of all,
Yeah.
it was tough. You had to be in class like at 8:30.
Yeah.
In Africa, you have to be in class earlier than that, but you know we could wake up as the sun is up by 6 a.m.
Yeah.
But over here, it's like daylight savings and things like that. So like, you know, it's hard to get used to. But you know, it all comes with discipline. Being able to like know like why you came here, the reasons, you know, like the sacrifice that the families have done. So I kind of like tuned into that mind state.
Yeah.
And just go to school like regardless.
Yeah.
You know, my parents were on me like they were like, oh, we came here for a purpose. So I figured that at a young age, and so I go to school. You know, I got friendly with the people.
Okay, that's good.
Try to, you know, make connections, build relationships, and work with them as much as they want to work with me, and just learn and try not to fail any classes. Because if you fail classes, they're gonna call your mom.
Yeah.
And then once you go back to the crib, I just saying, hey, you know, all of this.
Did you have strict parents?
Yeah, of course. They're still strict.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, as you grow a little bit older, they ease up a little bit.
Yeah. What was the main thing they wanted you to do? Was it obviously schooling, but why were they so strict? Was it just to make sure you got a job? Was it so you don't? So why? I know that might sound like a stupid question. Why were they so strict on you? What were they trying to focus on mostly?
They're just trying to focus on like the upbringing of the child. Like we want to bring up our child the right way.
Yeah.
And obviously they did, but at the same time, every child has their own different way of like how they want to grow up, how they picture themselves to be in the future.
Yeah.
And our parents have this like this vivid image of how we want to be, how they want us to be. So, you know, you could sort of like, you know, jump in and out of it, and it's a little bit contradictory as well because we like we grew up differently.
Yeah.
Like especially like being brought over here, we see all these different opportunities, and we want to like captivate to them, and we want to like try different angles and ways of succeeding, right?
Yeah.
And they only see like one direction of success.
Yeah.
For them, it's like, okay, go to school, do your 4 years, get your high school diploma, get your degree, and so on. That is like the classic way of doing things, right?
Yeah, I like that. That's really cool. And did you realize that there was more options through high school?
Yeah, of course.
Because that's what happened with me. I found my creative, you know, abilities through high school. Like, you know, because you're young and you're naive, you don't know much. But high school, there's so many different kids. There's so many different people with different interests.
Yeah.
And the subjects helped as well. Subjects, like there's so many different subjects. But I think I found my creative side and you know what I'm doing now through high school. Do you reckon that's when you also kind of opened up the mind of like, oh, hang on, I don't have to do this. I want to do this instead.
Yeah, definitely. Like I think in year 9 or year 8, that's when you start getting like elective subjects.
Yeah.
So you get to decide like, whether you're into IT, whether you're into like woodwork, arts, graphic designs. So you pick those electives, and you sort of like challenge yourself, and you learn something new, and
Yeah.
and you surprise yourself as well, because this is something that you actually end up liking,
Yeah.
because it's brought up that beast within you that you had, which is like the creativity.
What did you find that you liked when you were in high school?
I like sport.
Sports.
Yeah, I mean all of us did.
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
I like sport as well, but more so I liked art.
Yeah.
Like I'm very artistic, but in a visual way.
Yeah.
Like with cameras and stuff like that.
Yeah. I love that. In high school, what was the most negative thing you remember or experienced?
Was getting suspended, bro. That first suspension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What year were you in?
I was in year 8. Like it was like around summertime. You get into some trouble here and there, some mashaka.
Yeah. What was going through your head when you realized they're gonna call your parents?
I was like, man, they about to call them. they about to call them folks. So yeah, like they were about to call my parents, and I didn't know what I was gonna do. I was just like, I was trying to think like of an excuse.
Yeah. So why did you get suspended? What was the word that you used?
I used the F word. I use all kind of words.
No, but like, because you said you got into a fight in the Dinka word. What's it called?
Kwacharom. Yeah, Kwachakajarom.
Is that why you got suspended?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you try,
Because I said Kajachipiod.
Kwachachipiod, yeah. That's another dialect. Too.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't know which one it is, but it's another dialect.
Yeah. Kajachipiod.
Yeah. Yeah. It could be a will. It could be Eurolese.
Yeah.
It could be Tong. I don't know.
So how do you say it? What did you say?
Rom.
Yeah.
Tong.
Got that tongue. Yeah. Yeah.
So basically meaning like, guys ain't got into a fight.
Yeah. This is a random question. Because you said tongue. Do you know there's people called a tongue? Has that anything to do with that word and meaning?
I mean,
because someone has an auntie called a tongue.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like
I have an auntie called a tongue.
It could be.
Yeah.
It could be from the beef.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be.
This is we're definitely off topic now, but I really want to get to know this. I really want to know this. So beefing, what do you reckon? The two families are beefing, and then they call the child a tongue.
I think so.
Yeah.
You want to some?
Yeah. We need to figure that out. We
Yeah.
need to have another episode for this.
It's gonna be in the comments.
Yes, can someone please help us out? We need to know what the word atong means, the name atong. So if anyone knows, please help us out.
Yeah,
please.
they're gonna check it in the comments. Don't worry about that.
I can't wait. Okay, so you get suspended. That was the most negative, and then you would have gotten in trouble, obviously.
Yeah, it was a 3-day suspension too.
Yeah.
Like it happened on a Monday, right?
Yeah.
We had the interview on a Tuesday. Then on a Wednesday, like, don't come to school.
Yeah.
So from Wednesday to Friday, I was just chilling at the crib.
Yeah. So that was a negative. What was the most positive thing you experienced in high school?
It was actually getting the honor of being student of the year.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, at CRC Sydenham.
Yeah.
So,
you went to CRC?
Yeah, I went to CRC Sydenham, man.
Yeah,
Shout out to them boys.
Yeah. No shit.
Yeah.
What year were you when you got that?
It was my final year.
Yeah.
My final year of high school. So, put that in the bag. And then just, kept hooping.
Yeah. I love that. And how was life after high school?
Yeah, that's when it really began.
Yeah.
That's because everybody want to look forward to like finishing high school and moving into the workforce and so on. But to be honest, that's when it really begins. I mean, you could plan it out, like from year 10, plan it out, or even like earlier than that. But up until you like get into like the work life and reality hits you, and shit like that. But it's been fun so far.
That's good. That was a really good introduction. I'm really glad that that was such a fun experience in high school. Nothing too bad happened, and even your journey here, that's really cool and really dope. I really love that, man. I really want to get into into kids that are now either in high school.